Very good evening to everyone. Great to see old faces. David, how are you, my friend? Really nice to see you. You're on mute, David, so I can't hear you at the moment.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You look very well, David.
Yeah, I'm a bit wind burnt. I've just ridden back from Rouen this morning on the bike, so I left Rouen at after breakfast, and I got home about an hour ago.
Well, good effort on you, mate. So, really nice to see you, David. We've got people joining tonight from lots of different countries and people actually old and new. So there are people joining the program tonight that have recently become certified in goal mapping. There are people like yourself, David, that have been teaching goal mapping, using goal mapping for many years. Great to see you, Felix. I know that you're busy with goal mapping in youth leadership, also planning your trip away to Japan to do goal mapping there as well. So we've got Stefan from Sweden, the Richard Gilbert joining, another old face I haven't seen for some time, and of course also new people like Pauline, who started the coaching program just recently. Tonight, what we're looking to do is to share information about how to live lives with goal mapping, and whether you started your goal mapping many years ago, whether you are a professional coach, whether you're a aspiring coach, if you want to start helping live lives. We're going to cover all the relevant information this evening, and I do hope that it will be empowering for you, and it's going to help to lift your life as well as, of course, the lives of other people around us. See Stefan here on the screen. I'm showing his testimonial at the moment. We've got so many great people in the goal mapping community, like Gunilla here from Finland, helping people in so many different ways now with goal mapping. A lot of people registered this evening, joining from around the world, lots of different countries, different time zones, and we're making resources and information available this evening. It's going to be a mixture of both inspiration, information, and enablement. So looking to share the tools and techniques that help you to reach out into the world, make a difference with goal mapping, or indeed with the other mapping techniques. And people old and young, of course, teaching goal mapping. The youngest person teaching goal mapping, just 14 years old. And the oldest person in her 80s, from all walks of life. Here, Brandon Block, and teaching goal mapping, helping people in recovery. And, Felix, who I mentioned just now, teaching goal mapping to youth. If you haven't already done so, you may want to get a pad of paper and a pen. Make some notes this evening on things that we're going to cover. And of course, we do have an online journal. And everyone that is here this evening will have access to goal mapping online. Some people have a lifetime gold membership, other people just at the entry level using the free membership, but everyone can use the online journal. Please do write where you're joining from this evening. It's inspiring for other people to see where people are coming in from. And please do write whether you are an existing coach or aspiring coach and what your experience is with goal mapping. Remember, it helps to inspire other people. When other people are hearing you've achieved something with goal mapping, maybe many years ago, maybe very recently, it's helping other people to have belief. The greater we build our belief, the more we empower ourselves to achieve our goals. So I'd like you to write in the chat where you're joining from. Have you been goal mapping many years? Is this your start? Are you already a coach? Maybe you've been coaching goal mapping for some time. Or maybe you're aspiring to go for a career change, become a coach. Whatever is good for you, please write it in the chat. The reason I'm here tonight is not only because I become a coach many years ago, but because goal mapping helped me to turn my life around. And I'll be sharing my life story just a little while. I'll keep it short because there are many people on the call that I'm sure have heard it many times. But I know that we also here tonight have many new people. And so we're covering all of the fundamental principles of goal mapping, then moving on to the deeper content. We also be looking for a volunteer tonight. We've had one person, Cleopatra, volunteer that she would like to be the person that I coach to help her create her goal map for her coaching business and her future. This is going to be a practical session tonight. So 3 keys: inform, inspire, and enable. I've been mentioning this again. I want to inform everybody of the fundamental principles of why goal mapping works so well with the coaching people. I want to inspire everyone that they can do it too, and of course make a difference in their own life, because this is also a self-coaching program, as well as enable people with the tools and techniques to help you be your best with goal mapping. I've been teaching this system for a long time, and as you can see here on the screen, 1,508 people. So 1,518 people certified in goal mapping now around the world. We started the certification program in 1999. This is not a new thing. There may be new people joining. It may be new to you. There are people here on the call tonight that have been helping to lift lives around the world with goal mapping for a great many years. And the program started in 1995. That was the very first goal mapping workshop. First certification was in 1999. So just 4 years after the program started, there were other people that wanted to teach the system. And since that time, and now we have 1,518 people around the world teaching goal mapping in all the important areas. So some people working in corporate, some people working with goal mapping in public groups, lifestyle groups, some people teaching goal mapping mostly in education. Of course, there are some people that are covering a whole range of the programs. So they're working maybe in predominantly one area, such as business, but they're also making workshops and programs in the other areas. Tonight, we're going to focus mostly on the one-to-one coaching program, but I'll also be talking about how to use goal mapping in small groups in a workshop, and in very big groups if you want to, or keynote presentations as I will be making next week and did last week, to a large audience if you wish to. Inform, inspire, and enable are the 3 pillars that I was taught are fundamental if you want to help people change. And really, coaching and personal development is about helping people make a change in their life. If you want to help people change, you need to help them with information, inform them about the big what. You need to inspire them that they can do it, and help them find their big why. And you need to enable them with tools and techniques. And goal mapping is a tool. It is a technique for helping people to change their lives and change themselves. Now, you can create goal maps on paper. This is the way that we've done it for many years, and the way that I still love to do it. In fact, next week I'll be goal mapping and helping people create their goal maps in a physical workshop on paper. But the online is allowing me to reach people around the world, and so many coaches now choosing to work online with goal mapping helping people wherever they are in the world, at whatever time zone they live in whatever way they want and when they want, how they want to create their goal maps. And tonight, for everyone that's here, if you would like it, we have goal mapping ebook that will give you a deeper understanding. I know many people like to watch these days by joining a masterclass such as this. Other people wanting to read so they can integrate a deeper level of understanding. So we'll be sharing the 44-page ebook with everyone. So if you want a deeper learning, you'll be able to gain that. And of course, we also have the tools, the resources, the materials for you to download and for you to use with your clients. I started teaching the system in 1995, but I actually envisaged goal mapping. It came like a single flash of insight driving my car late at night in 1994. And here on the screen, it's a picture of me when I started my training career as a professional speaker and coach all those years ago in 1994, nearly 30 years ago now. I actually started in 1993, but I wasn't being paid for my presentations in 1993. It's 1994 before I started receiving money. Before that, I was doing it as a contribution. So I class my professional career as starting then. And the message that I've been delivering with goal mapping stayed consistent throughout that time. Your thoughts create your reality, both in yourself as a person and in your life. The way that you think about yourself influences your beliefs, your attitudes, and your behavior. And through all of that, through the law of cause and effect and the law of attraction, it influences and shapes our life. Goal mapping helps you to shape your very best life. It helps you to be your best self. What makes a goal map absolutely unique is this balanced combination of words and pictures. And now for some of the people here on the screen, people like David, Stefan, I'm looking down at the screen and I can see Richard and others, people that have known goal mapping for many years. And this would be fairly obvious to you, but I was asking for feedback from the goal mapping coaching community recently about what they believe were the important points to communicate on this presentation tonight, because we really want as many people helping make a difference around the world with goal mapping as possible. So why is goal mapping so special? Why is it unique? Why is it that the top coaches in the world, people like Tony Robbins, Brendan Bouchard, T. Harv Eker, have asked me to make presentations for them and share goal mapping with their top clients? Even this summer, I've made several presentations for Tony Robbins for his very top clients, the Platinum Partners. Tony Robbins has his own goal-setting system. Doesn't need me, doesn't need to pay me to present goal mapping, but he does, and he has done for many years. So why is that? It's because goal mapping is really unique. What makes goal mapping unique, and you won't find another system quite like it, is this balanced combination of words and pictures. This is not just a unique thing that we have words and pictures, it's what makes goal mapping work. And I just want to say this really clearly. Goal mapping has reached over 5 million people because it works. It hasn't reached over 5 million people because I've been clever with Instagram or that I've understand how to work some phony book post thing to get my book up there in the phony top sellers list. None of that. Goal mapping has reached more than 5 million people because it works. It helps people achieve their goals. That's why people recommend it. It's not a complicated thing. Simple thing. It's actually built on a very ancient wisdom and principle about activating the whole brain with words and pictures. Words, mantra, chants, pictures, visualization, yantra. When you get the combination of affirmation, words, a mantra, and visualizations, yantra, a picture, it helps to activate the whole brain. And through that whole brain activation, it helps a person to manifest self-actualization, create their realities. Even my biggest corporate clients have come to me on recommendation from some executive somewhere that's used goal mapping, and it's helped them become a senior executive, and they've recommended it to other people. This is what we're going to do tonight. If you create your goal map about advancing your coaching career or starting your coaching career, guaranteed this system is going to help you achieve success. The same as it will help you achieve success in any other area of your life. So let's explain it. Right in the middle of the goal map, we've got a main goal, a central focus. And then on either side of the main goal, we've got more goals, side goals. Now, these can all be from different areas of your life, or they can all be from the same area of your life. You can create a focused goal map on a single subject or a single area, improving your health, your wealth, your relationships, finding and following your purpose. Or you can create a goal map around a project, writing a book, converting your home, finding your ideal home. The choices are endless. It's a truly universal system. Tonight, we're going to focus on creating a goal map for building or advancing your coaching career. Every month, I'm running a masterclass workshop like this one tonight, focused on a different important area of life, helping a volunteer and everybody else watching to create their goal map so that they form the brain cell connections, command their subconscious, activate their whole brain, invoke the law of attraction, move themselves towards the achievement of their goal. At the top of the map is the big reason why. Why do you want to achieve your goals? What are your strong motivational reasons? The bigger the reason, the more power you have to move forward, especially in difficult times, and achieve your goal. And then when? You need to put a date on the goal. If we don't give a date, it's not a goal, it's just a wish. Give a date, start date, an achievement date that helps us to form a timeline. And that timeline becomes a framework where we can make a plan. We may not always achieve the goals by the date we want, but it's good to have a target date so we can make that plan. What are the most important actions we need to take to move along a path towards the achievement of the main goal? Final step, who? Who's going to help? Who's going to be involved? Is it just you, or are there significant other people, family, friends, maybe colleagues, clients, professionals that are going to help us learn something? Think about these steps. What do you want? What's the priority? What does it look like? Why do you want it? When? How are you going to do it? Who's going to help? These are the crucial aspects of conscious achievement. Goal map guides you through asking the questions, captures your answers in words and pictures. I've been teaching personal development for a very long time. And when I started in 1994, all of the goal setting, wisdom and books was focused on write the words. Pick up any goal setting book before the year 2000. So in the 1990s, 1980s, 1970s, pick up any goal setting book, even from the world's top speakers, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Stephen Covey. All of the top speakers will tell you the same thing. Write your goals 100 times every day and keep writing them every day 100 times for 1 month. I don't think many people actually have the patience and the commitment to do it because it's so brain-numbingly repetitive. But the reason why it was recommended is because it was recognized that actually when you write the words of your goal, they don't have so much impact on your subconscious mind. When you write the words of the goal, they give clarity to your conscious mind. But your subconscious mind, which is the real powerhouse of goal achievement, it's like your personal autopilot. Your subconscious mind is responding to pictures. When sports psychologists started to understand how you can powerfully influence the subconscious mind with imagery and visualization in the 1980s, 1990s, it soon became part of standard training and personal development. And by the year 2000, all of the goal-setting books started to talk about having vision boards and dream boards. Because when you visualize what you want, the thought picture helps to command the subconscious and moves you towards the goal. I have many people that come to me with vision boards and dream boards, and they have a lot of pretty pictures, but no clarity because there are no words. It's just a lot of pretty pictures. There's no plan. There's just some pretty pictures about what they want. And of course, very few people actually follow through and achieve it. We have two sides of the brain, left brain words, right brain pictures, because we need two sides of the brain. Success is a whole brain game. If you have a vision board and it's just pictures, you're only using just one side of the brain. If you're writing your goals down in just words, again, you're only using one side of the brain. Using this ancient way of words and pictures, affirmation, visualization is what creates whole brain activation and helps us achieve self-actualization. Self-actualization, it's an ancient term, but it actually has a direct application to the modern technique of goal mapping. Self-actualization is about how you take a thought and turn it into reality. Goal mapping does it in an incredibly powerful yet simple way. So powerful that leading business around the world for many years now have been adopting goal mapping. Businesses large and small. Here some are just more famous names on the screen. But my great passion over many years has been helping empower the lives of young people with goal mapping. Here are a group of school children in Sweden, here in Nigeria. We have more than 1 million children that have now created goal maps to increase their grades and get a better education and aim for a brighter future. Here are a group of school children in Nigeria. 1 million, more than 1 million school children, primary, secondary, and also university. We have sports people using the programs. This is Kathleen Konya, 3 times world champion kickboxer, and here are goal map. Athletes prize visualization because by visualizing the result they want, it helps to program their subconscious mind and command them to help them give the best performance. Kathleen said that in creating a goal map, it was like a supercharged visualization that helped her give her best, gave her the edge, win the world championships. She's since become one of the certified trainers. And each of the certified trainers in goal mapping focuses on their niche area. And Kathleen's area of passion is empowering young women to achieve their goals. I've been teaching the program now so many years in more than 30 countries around the world, on TV, in magazine articles, helping people wherever I can and wherever I go. This article from CNN about using goal mapping to help you advance your career. I've written 4 books that have been published in 17 different languages that have never been out of print, and goal mapping and self-mapping are now in their 2nd editions. I've shared the stage with other world-leading speakers like Brendan Bouchard and Keith Cunningham, Janet Atwood here on the screen, presentations in so many countries to so many people. I don't know what your personal situation is now, whether you're an existing coach or you're starting out as a coach. When you start out on your personal development journey, it can often feel like life's against you and that people don't actually want you to achieve your goals. My own family and friends told me to get real when I announced to them I was going to become a goal mapping coach and trainer and teach this stuff around the world. At the time when I decided to become a professional coach, I was £1 million in debt. My home had been repossessed. I had 0 academic qualifications. I was alone because my marriage had broken down. And I'd only started to learn to read and write just a year or 2 before. The reason for my unusual life situation is that I had grown up in a traveling funfair family. My family ancestry is in the 2 oldest circus families in the United Kingdom. And here on the screen, you can see my great uncle and his wife, who were in a circus act. And here is my great grandmother's traveling wagon and a picture of my great grandmother at a London street fair. And this is my grandmother's traveling show, and here my grandfather's amusements. Bringing it up to date, this is my grandfather with my father, my aunt and my uncle sat with my grandmother on their wagon, and this is my father's funfair. This picture of my father's funfair was taken the year that I was born, and my father could see that the traveling way of life was dying, and he wanted something a little bit more stable, and so he took all of his funfair equipment to the seaside and he opened it up at the seaside at Ventnor, which I still live today. And at 13, I dropped out of education, which is quite normal for the traveling community. And my 13th birthday present was this rocket-shaped bubblegum machine, and I've become an early entrepreneur. My father taught me, empty the pennies, save the money, reinvest, buy more equipment. So at 14, I bought this pinball machine, and then my big breakthrough, about 15, 16, is I bought this Space Invaders machine. I was one of the first people in England to own one in the amusement arcade. I opened them all here on the pier that my father owned at the seaside. And I did very well right from the first summer season, as my father did with the amusements. But by the time I was 18, my father wanted me to take the family business in a new direction. I became the youngest person ever to open a disco. And 1981, face paint and frilly shirts. So this is me at 18 with gingery red hair and face paint and frilly shirt. And the disco I opened together with my brother became phenomenally successful. People started traveling from all over England, even from abroad, to come to the disco. And I had 13 great years, but at the end of that time, the disco closed, the family business ended, and there was a severe recession in the UK. And English people started taking their main summer holidays in the Mediterranean. And business just died where I lived here on the Isle of Wight, and I needed to find something else to do. I was 29 years old, and I ended up £1 million in debt. My home was repossessed, my savings were gone, my marriage broke down. It was an absolutely dire situation. On top of everything else, I had no formal qualifications because I'd left school at 13, and I had no ability to read and write. Life looked dark and I was scared. The turning point came for me when I was invited to a personal development workshop. And I really didn't want to go to the workshop. I wasn't sure that personal development was going to do anything for me, but I knew that I needed to do something. And it was this quote by Henry Ford that becomes so meaningful for me. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Now, I'd heard this quote many times before, as I expect you've heard it many times before. But the difference for me was understanding there was a science behind the saying. I had never realized there was a science to positive thinking. It's a very simple science, and yet it's a very overlooked science. There may even be people here joining tonight that have known goal mapping many years that have overlooked this science slightly. We're living in a tremendous period in human history. The world is changing very fast. We are going through very difficult times where each of us need to find our way to a better future. Understanding the science of positive thinking is part of finding the answer to a better future. We each have billions of brain cells, and each one of your brain cells or neurons, represented by the black dot on the screen, grows these arms or branches which are called dendrites. And you can have a lot of them. And each of the brain cells and the dendrites wants to join with another brain cell arm or dendrite so that you can build a pattern or train of thought. When you have a thought, it starts in the middle of the brain cell, it travels out along the arms and branches, and there's a slight gap. It's called the synaptic gap that separates all the arms and branches. Now, there's a lot of detail that we can go into, but here's the key point to understand. If the thought you choose to think is positive, and so maybe you get up in your day and you start your day in an okay way, and then something happens unexpectedly that just triggers you into a negative reaction. Someone is rude to you, something goes wrong, something happens that causes you to not feel good. And sometimes when something happens, we can have an instantaneous negative response. Now, while it's an instantaneous response, within a moment or two, it's a choice. You can choose to stay focused on what you think is wrong, or you can choose to focus on what you believe is right. By using your free will to choose to focus your mind, to choose to hold a positive thought, to think about what can be good in the situation, that positive thought triggers a reaction in your brain that releases a chemical into your brain and body called serotonin. Serotonin is the happy chemical. When I first started teaching this simple science 27 years ago, only a few people had heard of serotonin. These days, it's much more widely known. Serotonin is the chemical that is released in your brain if you take an antidepressant drug, such as Prozac. It triggers the release of serotonin. But you can also trigger the release of serotonin simply through thinking about what is right. Try it now for yourself. You can search the internet, you'll find thousands and thousands and thousands of medical reports about how serotonin produces the feeling of happiness and well-being. And they will also explain to you that if you think positively, you release serotonin. But you can know it in your own experience right now. If you focus your mind onto something very, very happy that's happened to you, maybe recently and maybe years ago in the past, as you focus on that happy memory, you trigger the release of serotonin, you start to feel happy right now, in this moment. The thought triggers the chemical that creates the feeling. Every feeling we experience is created in this way. There is no emotion that just comes by accident. Our consciousness triggers the chemical release that gives us the feeling. The other major function of serotonin, and this is a point that many people miss, serotonin is a neuroconductor. It creates cohesiveness in the brain. It helps to join the brain cells together. That allows your thought impulse to continue on its journey, and you build that positive pattern of thought. You create that ha-ha moment. Every time you have one of those moments, that light bulb idea, that's the joining of two or more brain cells. As the brain cells join, the serotonin releases, you get the idea, you have a bit of feel good, oh yeah, I can do it. But then, of course, quite quickly after you join the brain cells and you have the idea, the brain cells also break back apart again. This is why it's so important to learn the science of positive thinking and goal setting. Goal setting's a science. There's a right way and a wrong way. If you don't learn the right way, you are really reducing the chances of achieving your goals. And if you are a coach and you don't know how to set goals correctly, and I have to say there are a great many coaches I've met that don't know how to set goals correctly, they don't understand the science, then you're not able to help your clients achieve their goals. Helping your clients to achieve their goals is one of the fundamentals of coaching. Whatever type of coach you may be, life coach, confidence coach, sports coach, health and well-being coach, any type of coach, it's a fundamental requirement you help your clients to achieve their goals. Well, there is a science to how to set goals. And after coaching so many coaches around the world, I've realized there's a lot of coaches that simply haven't learned the science. And it's a simple science, and we're going to share it tonight. Not only am I going to share the information with you, but I'm going to give a coaching demonstration so that you can see in real time how it works, how you can use it, and how you can follow through for yourself, for your people. When you learn that brain cells that fire together gradually wire together, it makes sense why it's important to set goals. Every time you think about your goal, you help the brain cells fire together by reminding yourself of your goal. By telling yourself, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, I'm going to go in this direction. I'm going to do this thing. Every time you remind yourself, you re-establish the brain cell connection. Brain cells that fire together gradually, well, they wire together, the connection becomes established. It can take as little as 10 days all the way through to 30 days or more, depending on the strength of connection. When we first start to make the brain cell connections, we establish this means this, the connection is weak, and we form an opinion. An opinion's easily broken. Can I do it? Maybe I can, maybe I can't. But if we keep reminding ourselves, if we will look again at our goal, if we will say the words and look at the pictures, we form another level of strength and connection. And our opinion becomes a belief. Yeah, I'm going to do it. As the belief comes stronger, it becomes a knowingness, a conviction, a feeling of certainty that we can achieve our goal. The more connections we make, the more we have to activate both sides of our brain. Right side of the brain having a good vision of the future, lots of creativity, new ideas, how we can overcome challenges, how we can move forward. Equally important, we stimulate the left side of our brain so that we can form a strategy, follow a plan, be effective in our actions. It's activating both sides of the brain, left brain with words, right brain with pictures. Left brain, logical, strategic mind. Right brain, creative, free flow mind. When we bring the two together, it helps us to be effective. And you can look back throughout history and you will find the most brilliant people that have ever lived have had this whole brain balance. It's not static balance like a set of scales. It's active and dynamic, one side feeding into the other. The more brain balance we have between right brain creative, left brain logical, the more effective we are. If you think you can, well, you probably will, because you've learned a powerful way to set goals that can help you move forward towards their actualization and realization. But if you think you can't, well, then you probably won't. Because when you think negatively about yourself, again, the negative thought starts as an impulse in the middle of the brain cell. It travels out along the axon, but it stimulates a different chemical release into your brain and body, a chemical called cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. It's creating the feeling of sadness and depression. It's part of our ancient fight or flight response. Thousands of years ago, when we were facing the danger of wild animals that wanted to eat us for lunch, it worked really well. Because when you go into the fear response, you release cortisol. The cortisol causes you to feel fearful, step back, take more care. It also is a chemical messenger that shuts down all of your secondary systems in your body. So when you become fearful, your digestion stops. The cortisol tells it to switch off. Your lymph system shuts down. Your immune system shuts down. And your brain shuts down. And all that energy is sent to your muscles so you can fight or flight and escape the danger. And it works really well when the danger's a wild animal. In modern life, it's really not working well. In modern life, the dangers we face are different. There is not a hungry bear that wants to eat us for lunch. There's a big energy bill that wants to take all our money and we can't afford to pay for it. In ancient times, it was a saber-toothed tiger that wanted to chase us through the woods. In modern times, it's an angry boss or customer in our work that is chasing us to put in more hours and becoming unbalanced, feeling stressed out. Life's modern problems, like increasing our finances, like helping our family to have a better experience of life, by increasing our well-being. Life's modern challenges require a creative solution, not a fear response. They require us to think positively so we can find creative answers about how to increase our income, how to create more happiness, how to produce more life balance. Unfortunately, cortisol is a neuroinhibitor. So the more negative and fearful we become, and just think what's happened in the last 2-3 years. We've had COVID lockdown. We were hardly out of the lockdown. And a terrible war has started between Ukraine and Russia. And there is an ongoing level of fear and anxiety. And now we have the cost of living crisis, rising interest rates, food rates, energy bills. It's a constant source of fear and anxiety for people. And the fear response that has protected us so well for so long is only actually meant to be a short-time fear. Wild animal, run away, climb a tree, escape the danger. In fact, it's running away from the wild animal and climbing the tree that through the physical exercise, we burn off the cortisol and trigger the release of serotonin to rebalance our brain and body chemistry. But in modern life, it's simply not happening. In modern life, what's happening is people sit and they worry, and when they think about what they don't want, and they think about what they fear, in the process, they're actually releasing more and more cortisol. They're not moving their body enough, and they send themselves into stress, and it starts to make people sick. What we are starting to see now is a rising epidemic of people that have been in prolonged stress and fear. We don't see a way out of it. The more fearful we become, the more the problem grows in our mind. And unfortunately, I believe it's inevitable that over the coming months or even years, we're actually going to see the situation getting worse and worse for people that don't understand how to help themselves into a positive mindset. This is why we need more coaches and champions than ever before, because there is going to be more people than ever before needing help on a wider life basis than ever before. Goal mapping is a truly universal life skill. It's lifelong, but once you learn how to create a goal map, you can use it for the rest of your life. And the fundamental materials are absolutely free. You can download as many of the free templates and guides as you wish and create goal maps for the rest of your life. Simply print them out, your goal map on paper, or you can use the online system for as long as you like, creating goal maps. And as you create the goal map, it helps to activate both sides of your brain. Remember, left brain, conscious mind and words. Right brain, more connected to the subconscious and creative mind and responds to pictures. And we need both. It's this combination of words and pictures that helps to stimulate not only both sides of our brain, but also to send a powerful command to our subconscious mind. Now, it's my great joy that more than 1 million children have created goal maps. And in the children's version of goal mapping and in the little storybook, in fact, it was my first book, Found the Magic Genie, the analogy we use is that goal mapping and your subconscious mind is like a magical genie. Your magical genie, your subconscious mind, can do amazing things. It can help your wishes come true. But of course, just like a genie, your subconscious cannot wish for you. You must command the genie. With your conscious mind, you are master of the land. If you learn the science of goal setting, you are master of the land. You rub your magic lamp by thinking about what you want. You capture your thought of what you want by creating a goal map. The goal map becomes the command of your subconscious, that your subconscious follows through and helps you to achieve the goal. It works like a piece of magic. And in fact, it is a very simple science. So simple that more than 1 million children have done it, and yet so powerful that world-leading organizations such as Microsoft, Siemens, Disney, Coca-Cola, Barclays Bank, I could go on with the list of big global organizations that have adopted goal mapping. And goal mapping only the first of 4 different mapping systems, each one focused on a different aspect of success, each one working in harmony with the others, helping you to achieve holistic success. As well as goal mapping, we have life mapping. Again, words and pictures. The life map is focused on helping you to be your best person, to enliven your qualities of self-leadership. An action map is designed to help you to change habit patterns so that your habits and your attitudes and your beliefs are all aligned. A self map is designed to help you bring your high self, your spiritual qualities, and your low self, animalistic, egotistical qualities together to form your true self, be your true person. While we are all different, there are some things that are fundamentally the same with each of us. We are each of us a combination of thought, feeling, and action. Repeated thoughts become beliefs. Repeated feelings become attitudes. Repeated actions become habit patterns, all of which goes into shaping ourselves, who we are as a person. And then through these aspects, we influence our life around us. Goal mapping is focused on helping you to have your best thoughts. Life mapping to help you have your best feelings. Action mapping is focused to help you follow through with your best behavior and habits. And self mapping to be your true self. As you bring yourself together and become whole, you live your best life. Very early on in my coaching career, 1994, 1995, I was introduced to the syntax of success. All conscious achievement begins with intention. And if you have a pad of paper or a pen, I'd like you to write down now, what's your intention for your future? Write one thing down that you would like to achieve for your future. And maybe it's something to do with your coaching career, or if you're not already an active coach or trainer, maybe it's about becoming a coach or trainer. It starts with intention, with setting a goal. I'm going to do this. But the very next point to move on to is to ask yourself, okay, so if here's my intention. And for instance, my intention, my big goal is to reach 7 million people around the world. And the reason why I'm stood here in front of you tonight is because when my life was in a really dark, difficult place, a great guy, one of the very first pioneering coaches in the United Kingdom, stepped forward and helped me. I didn't expect him to. He wasn't paid extra money to do it. I went up to him at the end of a presentation that he made in an organization where I was working, and I asked, can you help me? And it was getting help from another coach that helped me to turn my life around. It started with intention. The very next thing he taught me to do was to ask the question, okay, so if this is my goal to turn my life around, who will I need to be? Now, think about your situation. Think about your goal. There may be many things you need to do, but before thinking through what you need to do, the starting place is to think about who will you need to be. Who will you need to be in terms of your quality of character? Being happy, being positive, being motivated, being confident, being brave. It's our ways of being that give power to our doing. So there are many things we need to do, many actions we need to take. But it's who we're being that gives power to the doing that leads to our habit. And again, this is the syntax within the goal mapping, life mapping, and action mapping system. Goal mapping helps us get clear on the intention. Life mapping helps us get clear on who we need to be. Action mapping with what we need to do in order to have our intention, to have our goals. Mindset, skill set leads us to have our very best results. If you join the program tonight, it means that you already have a goal mapping online account. I would urge you right now, please go to your account and open it up. I'm going to change positions right now. I'm going to sit down, lower my screen, connect with our volunteer this evening if she's on the call. I believe she is. I'm just going to check in for a moment. And what I'd like you to do is to ask any questions that you would like to ask. If you have questions at the moment, I'm just going to see if I can take off the pin on my video and I'll just spotlight for everyone for a moment. We're on meeting mode tonight. We're not on Masterclass or rather webinar mode. So anyone that wishes to, whether you're a new person, whether you're an existing person with goal mapping, if you have a question you'd like to ask, then please do just say, or simply unmute the microphone and ask, because in the goal mapping community, we're all looking to support and help each other. The volunteer for this evening is Cleopatra, and my partner Vicky sat the other side of the screen, just passed me a note saying that she's here. And so I'm going to ask Cleopatra to unmute her screen, or unmute her microphone rather, and just so we can have a little bit of interaction. We go back onto gallery mode. If anybody would like a question, please raise a hand so I can see the question you want to ask, or you can write it in the chat, of course. And Cleopatra, are you there somewhere?
Yes, I am.
I see you there now. So let me. What was the name of what Vicky's asking me? My partner's asking me. And let me just answer this question, Cleopatra, and I'll come to you. The name of my coach is Mike Rosewall. And I get quite emotional when I talk about him because he was one of the very first life coaches here in the UK more than 40 years ago. 40 years ago. He was coaching people and running personal development workshops when really nobody else was. And he's a bit of an unsung hero. The reason why it makes me emotional is because he took me under his wing. He coached me actually for no money. I didn't pay him a penny. He did it because he wanted to do it. And he helped me turn my life around. You know, from broke, homeless, £1 million in debt, unemployed, couldn't even read and write. Because I left school at 13, I have dyslexia, and so things are really tough. And this man, out of the goodness of his heart, helped me to turn that around. He was my coach for about 5 years, and then he died. He died very young, suddenly, unexpectedly. And not many people know of it. And yet he did some absolutely amazing work. And when my life turned around. And it didn't happen overnight. It took some years to pay off the £1 million debt I was in. But I felt so incredibly grateful that someone had helped me. And I felt so passionate about the power of positive thinking and goal mapping that I wanted to commit my life to helping other people. So within just a year or two, I joined a training company in London, and then after that started my own organisation. And I've been working ever since with the systems. And many of the people here tonight are actually people that have been teaching goal mapping for many years. I may not have seen them all recently because everybody that teaches the system chooses to work in their own way and do their own thing, and we encourage that. Many people are working together, in fact. But it's been my life now for many years. So you won't find much about him in the history books, Mike Rosewarne, but he was an amazing guy, pioneering coach here in the UK. Did some great things, but sadly died quite young. Cleopatra. Would you like to unmute the microphone? How are you?
I'm excited and I'm happy to be here. I'm really grateful for this. Thank you very much.
Look, it's really nice of you to volunteer. We haven't spoken before. I think it was only this morning that I saw your email saying that you were happy to volunteer to do the coaching today. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, Cleopatra? I know nothing about you, and of course, people also here not knowing much about you.
I came to know about you. I'll talk about myself shortly, but I came to know about good mapping through you, as an FBO for Forever Living, and I receive emails from time. I read my emails when I receive them. So then, you've been always sending me from time some emails. So, and I jumped on this opportunity when it came up. Thank you very much. And my background is from Africa. I'm originally from Rwanda, a very small country. And I'm happy to be on this side of the world. I live in London at the moment, in UK. And
what type of work do you do?
So sorry?
What type of work do you do?
I volunteer. I'm volunteering at the moment and also working with my products. Yes.
And are you coaching people as part of your volunteer work?
Actually, yes. I've been I started coaching right from college, from family. I didn't know what it was called. That was coaching, but it was a different type of coaching. And it wasn't based in financial side, but it was an emotional side of coaching. And I've been doing it from childhood. I come from a cheaper by a dozen family. I have 11 siblings. Sadly, we lost one a few years ago. But I've been coaching others through emotional support from college, where I learned through peer mentoring with Minds, with an organization called Minds. And then I am now attached to another organization called Center 70, whereby I used it first in the mental health field with another organization supporting other people struggling with mental health and making them feel better, move better, act better for themselves based on them. But sadly, I don't use it much on me. I only use it much on me when things are really rough. But I've been empowered through this venture of being an FBO. So it has been focusing because of the training I've invested in myself. And my background is that you think about the community and you come last. So it is a metaphor that I'm learning to change through empowering myself through positive thinking.
And what's your intention for the future? Are you looking to do more coaching, help more people?
Yes, I would like to venture out as and feel that I'm coaching, because I've been doing it, but doing it as part of me rather than empowering others to empower themselves. Okay, yes, empowering others to empower themselves, but in the long run, if I look at it and focus on it and as my main goal and calling, then it will feel better and make me feel whole and be a difference to the world.
Okay, so do you have your goal mapping account open?
Yes, this is where I'm technically, I'm not so much a technical person with IT. I am on the screen. I opened it before the Zoom, and now I don't know how to minimize the Zoom and be able to open it's already open, so and be able to swap to the other section.
So the first thing we want to see if we can do is to share your screen, and I'm just going to put on
Okay.
the screen share permission. I see that it's already been done. So do you, if you've got the Zoom open, if you look down at the bottom of the screen, it's going to be a green button that says share.
Yes, I
screen.
can see it.
All right, so if you click on that, it's going to bring another panel. There's going to be a lot of different boxes, but if you look down in the right-hand corner, it's also going to have another button that says share. Just want you to click there on that second.
Yes.
Okay, so click there. Okay, the screen is sharing. Exciting. All right, so we've got your Zoom going. So if you look up at the very top of the screen, you're going to see there's a bunch of internet browser tabs open. I can already see this one that says home, Brian Mains. It will say goal mapping. Click on that. There you go. Well done. I'm impressed, Cleopatra. For someone that's not very tech enabled, you've been able to check really well there really quickly. Now, don't think you've created any online goal maps yet. So I feel quite privileged that I'm going to coach you through creating your first online goal map here tonight. And I would just ask everybody else right now, if you haven't already done so, please follow the same steps that Cleopatra's taking. Open up goal mapping on a separate tab from the Zoom here so that you can follow through and create your map. Because, well, there's a lot of information I can share with you. The bottom line, as we say in England, is if you don't create the map, you can't expect it to work. It's not listening to me that makes it work, it's working the map by creating the map that makes it work. So please do follow through, create your own map. It works wonders. It works amazingly well. After 28 years of goal mapping, I'm still creating my maps because it works. Cleopatra, let's click on that orange button where it says create your first goal map now. You see that orange button? Good. And Cleopatra, you're at the gold level of the system. It means you can create 3 different maps, goal map, life map, action map. But I want you to click on the goal map box, please, because that's what we're going to focus on tonight. Okay. Now, do you see towards the top of the screen, Cleopatra? It's got in big letters, my goal map. Yes, good. Now, I want you to write something here that represents for you that this is your coaching goal map. And you can choose your own words. You can delete those out. You can write over the top. You can add to them. But I'm going to encourage you to create more than one goal map, Cleopatra. And you want to have a title that tells you what each map is. So this could be my coaching goal map or coaching success. Whatever words you feel are right, just write them in now. Good. Now the system automatically saves. And again, I'd encourage everybody follow through. Very first step we're going to take, step 1 right now, is going to be a guided visualization. Cleopatra, I want you to click down lower in the page where it says dream, please. Okay. Now, for this next step, and I'm just going to come away for a moment from the screen and the information, and instead, I just want us to go through a short, guided visualization where we're going to think about the ideal day for the future. The ideal day of you going through your coaching business. And if you would just sit back for a moment, please. Close your eyes. Take a nice, big, deep breath in through your nose. Breathe out slowly through your mouth. And as you breathe out through your mouth, I want you to say the word relax 3 times to yourself and in your mother tongue, in your first language, if it's not English. Now again, please. Big deep breath in through your nose. And this time as you breathe out slowly through your mouth, saying the words, I am, 3 times to yourself and in your own language. And once more now. Deep breath in through your nose. This time as you breathe out slowly through your mouth, saying the words within 3 times to yourself and in your own language. Relax, I am within. I'd like you to imagine a stream of relaxation flowing in through the top of your head, like white light, soothing, calming, relaxing all of the areas that it touches. Imagine now relaxing your scalp, your forehead, your cheeks, your tongue, and your jaw. Give yourself permission to relax those areas completely, becoming more and more gently relaxed now with each easy breath that you take and each sound that you hear moves you deeper into relaxation. As the relaxation now moves down through your neck, shoulders, arms and hands, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Give yourself permission to relax those areas. With each deep breath that you take, the relaxation moves deeper, relaxing your chest, relaxing your stomach, to your hips, thighs, calves, your ankles, your feet and your toes. A gentle wave of relaxation softly flowing through your body. I'd like you to imagine now walking along beautiful sandy seashore, clear blue skies, soft flowing waves, and a warm sun shining down on your skin. As you walk along this beautiful, carefree beach, find a small blue bottle poking from the sand. As you pick up the bottle, the top comes open. There appears a large, blue, shining genie. The genie says, your wish is my command. Anything you truly desire, I will grant you. Now I want you to take yourself forward in time. You can choose how far forward in time. but know that you have the power to create your life as you would choose it to be. And I want you to take a walk through an ideal day that represents you living an ideal week or month in your ideal life in the future, of you being a certified goal mapping coach or trainer, or enhancing your existing coaching and training career. Starting from when you first awake in the morning, what is the feeling you wake up with? I believe it's one of the most fantastic feelings to know that you're helping other people to achieve their goals and live the life of their dreams. And you're waking up on your ideal day with a great feeling. What is the scene that greets you when you open your eyes? Are you living in your ideal home? Is it the home where you live now, or have you moved to a new home? Maybe in another part of the country, maybe even you're choosing to live and work from another country in the world. Notice how you start your day. Are you starting your day in an easy way, not needing to rush, tend to get to work in a 9 to 5? Are you taking your time? You're making time for yourself. Maybe you're starting your day with early morning exercise. Maybe you're starting your day with meditation, gratitude, making time for a healthy, balanced breakfast. Now dress yourself for your coaching and training day ahead, for your ideal day of helping other people. What type of clothes are you wearing? Are you dressed smart and suited because you're working with goal mapping in business? Or are you dressed more relaxed and casual because you're helping people in the community? Or maybe within education or social networks. Gradually move through your ideal working day or week with goal mapping and coaching and training. Notice all the different ways that you are helping people. Maybe you're working online as well as in person, running physical workshops and following through. Maybe you're choosing to just work online, and even though you're staying in your own home, you're able to help people on the other side of the world. Notice all the different ways you are working and helping people as a coach and trainer to make a difference in the world. See the people that you collaborate with. Notice the different types of people that you want to help. Maybe you're making some business presentations, executive coaching. Maybe you're also doing youth coaching. You're helping in the community. Maybe you're helping people with their mental well-being, helping people to create a greater well-being within their physical body. See the reward that you receive for making a difference in the world. The emotional reward with feelings of fulfillment, sense of purpose and satisfaction. Also see the financial reward that helps you to provide for yourself and your loved ones, to live a good quality life yourself, setting an example for others of what you can achieve through effective goal setting. And now see how success within your coaching business is helping you within all of the major areas of your life, helping you to be more balanced mentally, stimulated, right brain and left brain, helping you to be more balanced emotionally, creatively, making time for yourself, to nourish yourself. Notice how you're more balanced physically, working when you want, where you want, how you want, making the time for yourself to exercise and follow a good, well-being diet that helps you to have excellent physical vitality. See how all of those aspects help you to increase your economy, create a better income, a future financial freedom. Now see the difference you're able to make socially. Whether that is giving time to your family, helping in your local community, supporting society. Now see the difference that you wish to make in the world, the purpose, the legacy you want to leave. See all the sights, see all the feelings, connect with it all. From that future place, look back to this time, this moment. See the journey you have made, the path you have traveled, the actions you have taken. Keep it all in your mind right now. Know that it's all possible for you. When you're ready, come back to the present moment. Bringing with you all good ideas, insights, intentions, knowing it's all possible. And when you feel ready to, I want you to open your eyes. Now, if you're following through here on Goal Mapping Online, I want you to write 5 things in the box where it says dream, and after writing each thing, click the add dream. They will appear as a list on the right. If you want to, you can just write notes on paper and you can follow through afterwards and writing your goals or intentions in the box. I'm going to go back now, focus my attention on Cleopatra for a moment. Cleopatra, are you ready to write some things?
Yes.
Good. So I want you to write 5 things, please, Cleopatra. Clicking add dream after each thing. These can be short statements, 5 things that you just thought about that represent you helping people in the future with coaching and training in some way. While Cleopatra's writing, I'm just going to repeat what I've said. Goal mapping works, and you have to work. It does work like magic, but it still requires you wave the magic wand. You wave the magic wand by creating your map. It's creating your goal map that forms the creation of the brain cell connection. It doesn't just happen. It requires you thinking and then writing in order for the actions of writing and thinking to stimulate the brain cells and get them to start to connect. You can write just short, simple statements, and as you write the 5 statements, I'll be showing in a moment with Cleopatra how to edit them, and you can create the statements and then empower them and change them afterwards. Well done, Cleopatra. Keep writing. No need to worry about getting the words right at this time. We just want 5 things, be in the flow. We're going to open each thing afterwards, Cleopatra, and work on it more. That's part of the coaching process. Just want you to be in the flow, write 5 things for now that you've thought about that represent you helping people with coaching and training in the future.
So I'm not so much of an IT person, putting things on laptop. I'm so much of writing on paper, but I'm doing my best.
So we've got supporting mother and baby. what else did you think about in your ideal day or week of teaching and training goal mapping?
Can I talk it through while I type? It makes sense for me better.
Okay. Type it out. Let's add it as a dream. In the meantime, while Cleopatra's writing, remember, Cleopatra, we're going to change some of these statements afterwards. So just need you to write for now and add it in, and then we can change it and improve it. That's what the coaching process is about. And for everybody else, if you want to be writing your own goals, whether you're an existing goal coach or an aspiring new goal coach, just write in the goals. I'll be asking some people to share their screen so I can help empower them further. Remember, we want 5 goals. 5 goals that represent you helping people in whichever way you want with your coaching and training business, whether that's with goal mapping or some other program you teach. If you want to share your goal maps with me and Vicky afterwards, we'll be happy to see them and to give you suggestions on how to strengthen them further. Just write your goals in, and any questions anybody has, please do write them in the chat. We'll be reviewing the questions and helping people to answer them, strengthen their maps as they go forward. Okay, well done. We need 3 more goals, Cleopatra. Now think about the different areas of life where you want to help people and also help yourself. We've got supporting mother and baby, teaching adults English. What other things do you want to achieve? Okay, now before you go any further, let us work on these 3 goals that you have here so that we can share the coaching process with everybody else. And this process that we're about to go through is really a process that works best online. It's difficult to do on paper because you need to be making changes in the moment. As I go through it here with Cleopatra, and you will see what I mean. Cleopatra, I want you to click on the edit button to the right of your first goal where it says supporting mother and baby. You see your goal where it says supporting mother and baby over on the right-hand side of the screen?
Yes.
Okay. There is an edit button in blue. Click on that. Okay, so tell me what it means for you supporting mother and baby.
At the moment, when the mother gives birth, what I think they refer to back in the days as Dura, or currently, I make sure the mother eats, the baby is happy, and the mother is happy, and I'm hands-on on everything, and the mother is just to rest and recuperate.
Okay, so it's your role as a support person for mothers giving birth.
But then also the bigger picture is now with goal mapping is teaching mothers to empower themselves as well in a community as with their babies, to empower themselves.
Okay.
Because this has been doing just for one-to-one, but I want to do it.
there are 3 important keys that help us turn a statement, as you have here, into an affirmation. And we want our goals to be in affirmations because it's affirmation that gives the power. The 3 keys are always our goal statements need to be worded in personal, positive, and present tense. So you've already done it there. I support. I am good. Supporting mothers and babies.
Yeah. Yes.
And what are you supporting them to do? Which words can you add to this goal that make it a powerful affirmation?
To empower themselves.
Okay, write that in. Now, I want you to read it out loud to me one time, please, Cleopatra.
I am supporting mothers and babies to bond and empower themselves.
When you read the words, how emotionally powerful does it feel for you?
It is very strong because it is very strong because also I need to keep my eyes on because it makes a difference in their lives and in my life by seeing them empowering and empowers me empowering them.
If you give a score for how strong it feels when you read the statement, and 1 is low and 10 is high, what score would you give it when you read it out loud? I want you to read it out loud one more time, please.
I am supporting mothers and babies to bond and empower themselves. I give it a 10.
Give it a 10. Let's see if we can make it a little more powerful. Will you take away the full stop at the end where it's flashing, because we don't need a full stop in an affirmation. It's only for a sentence. And when you look at the words, you have some words with capital letter, big letter at the start of the word. You have other letters, other words where it's small letter. Do the words with the big letter look more powerful?
Yes, to me.
Yeah. So I want you to change the first letter of each word into a capital letter.
For the whole bond, for the whole sentence.
For the whole sentence.
Okay.
Good. Just delete out the first letter of each word. Change it to a capital. Well, Cleopatra's just making these small changes. I want to explain to everyone that what you will find with goal mapping and writing the goal statement as affirmation is that it's the small changes that make a big difference. Now, there's one word you haven't changed, and yet it's one of the most important ones, Cleopatra. That is the second word, the am.
Yes.
Am.
That is true.
Is the creator language in the universe. When you're saying I am, that is you being the creator of your own reality. Now I want you to read it one more time out loud, please, Cleopatra.
I am supporting mothers and babies to bond, and empower themselves.
Now, I could hear the difference in your voice.
Me too.
Why I wanted you to read it. It's a very simple coaching technique. It's not a complicated thing. Understand, when you have somebody read their goal, they are hearing themselves. That's much more powerful on their subconscious mind. But as a coach, when somebody is reading the goal, you can hear, if you listen to the tonality, whether the statement is powerful. Even though Cleopatra told me this was a 10, just by making these small changes to turn the 3-4 words she had originally into a goal affirmation, I can hear how much more powerful it is for her. And do you feel it's a lot stronger for you now, Cleopatra?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to click the update button, please, Cleopatra. I want you also to realize you can come back, you can change this anytime you wish. Let us go to the next one, teaching English. Let's make some changes to this. Again, open it up like you just did. Scroll the page down. Now, remember the 3 keys for turning your statement into an affirmation: personal, positive, present tense. Okay? This is important to turn the statement into an affirmation so we command the subconscious. And it's something that many coaches overlook. I've coached so many coaches over the years, and they write goals like get fit. It's not a command to the subconscious. It's not an affirmation. It's just a couple of words, a statement. I am fit and healthy is an affirmation. Affirmations command the subconscious. You'll find this in ancient cultures around the world going back thousands of years, that always the goals are stated in affirmation with the words and visualization or images with the pictures. Okay. Now again, I want you to read it out one time, please, Cleopatra.
I am teaching adults English to be affluent.
How does it feel for you? Give it a score. 1 is low, 10 is high.
10.
Okay. Can you see any change you wish to make?
I feel I want to add the word empower, to
Add the
empower
word
themselves.
Go on then. Where do you want to put the word? One of the fantastic things with coaching goal mapping online in a digital form like this is that people can make changes to their goal map at any time. You can come back even a week later and you can make changes to the map. If you're creating the map on paper only and a new idea is coming, you've got to rewrite the goals and you've got to redraw the pictures. But with goal mapping online, it's just the click of a button. And with that click of the button, and sometimes just changing one word, it's like a fine-tuning the lens on the camera, the picture comes into focus. Or fine-tuning the dial on the radio, suddenly there's a clear reception and sweet music. Read one more time for me, please, Cleopatra.
I am empowering myself by teaching adults English to be affluent.
Well done. What score are you going to give it?
10.
Okay. Let us click the update. Now, we don't have time this evening to go through all of the goals, but now that you understand the principle, it's easy to apply the principle to each of your goals. And I would like you to have 5 goals. But for now, we want to move through with some of the other steps so that we can form your goal map. And then I'm going to show you how to share it with me into the special coaching page that I've set up between us, and to put in some of the other information. So if you would click on next step, we're going to go to step 2. Now, the first step we took was all about using our right brain visualization to have a good picture of our future. This step, step 2, is about using our left brain to be clear on what we believe is the priority. And what I'd like you to do, Cleopatra, just scroll down a little. Now, we've got 3 goals showing here on the screen. Which one of these 3, once you've achieved it, do you think will be most important for you in helping you to achieve your other goals, the things you desire for the future? I want you to click on the box which you believe logically is the main goal for you to achieve. You may want them all equally. Many times when I'm coaching people, they tell me they want all of the goals they've set. But wanting is emotional, and this step is about logic. Which one of these goals do you think? Okay. Now, you've clicked on that goal. I want you to click into the center space and it will move there. And now click on the center box.
Oh, split. Oh, sorry.
Click
And then
on that. Now click in the center. Right. So we've moved your goal that you think is the main one into the center. And we've got.
Oh, sorry, I've made a mistake, I think.
So, empowering yourself by teaching adults English to be affluent is your main goal. By achieving that, it's going to help you to achieve the others on the other side.
Ah, okay. Then I will do this. So the main goal should be in the middle. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Ah, okay. That's correct then.
We want the main goal in the very center so that it's the center focus, because this step is about logic. And logically, there will always be one goal. By achieving that one goal helps you to achieve the other goals.
Ah, so okay. Sorry. I mean, I see.
Now, after we finish tonight, what I will ask you is to apply the same principle of writing the goals in affirmations to the middle goal you have here about community organization in Rwanda. But for now, we can leave it as it is. When you're ready, we can click next step, and we can see about adding the images. When you're ready, click on the blue button at the bottom where it says next step. Scroll down a little. Now you'll see underneath your goal statement, we have an image icon now. And you can click on the image icon and the image library will open up.
Should I use the middle box?
Any you wish.
Okay.
Now there are several ways you can add images. You can use the folders that are here. You can see they're in different categories. My advice is to take a little time to find the images that are most meaningful for you. You want the words to be meaningful by thinking about how to write your affirmation. You also want the images to be meaningful by finding the pictures and visualizations that you feel really connect to your goal. That can take a little time, and we are on the clock tonight. So I'd just like you to click on any image at all here tonight that stands out for you, and you'll find that image goes directly into your map. And then you can change the image afterwards when we finish tonight for ones that you think are more appropriate. Let's do the same with the two side images. Just click on the image icon, choose any picture in any of the categories. You can see we've got lifestyle, education and career, happiness, well-being, financial freedom, relationships, purpose. You can also search the internet for images, and you can download them, or you can upload images from your computer or mobile phone that come directly into your personal image folder. But for tonight, we just want to put any images in, quick and simple, just to demonstrate the process. Click on any image, Cleopatra, go directly into your map. And again, let's put one more in. Again, any image that feels right for you from any of the folders. Then afterwards, you can upload images, download any that feel right for you, and to make your map more personal. The more personal you have the images for your right brain, and the more concise the words are for your left brain, the more that you help with whole brain activation. It serves to command your subconscious to move you towards the achievement of your goals. Okay, well done. Let's go to the next step, step 4. This is why. Why is it important for you to be helping and coaching people to achieve the goals that you've already listed? The stronger your why, the greater your power. What are your 3 strong emotional reasons? We're not motivated by logic, we're motivated by emotion. I want you to think of your strongest emotional reasons, Cleopatra, of why you want to achieve these goals. And for everybody else following through, this is the same principle. Please write your reasons, and remember, if you write them as affirmation, they are always more powerful. Maybe you have a strong reason like financial freedom. If you write financial freedom, it will not have as much power as writing an affirmation, I am financially free. Well done, Cleopatra. 2 more reasons. 2 more reasons why it's so important for you to be making a difference to others, coaching and helping people, whether that's with the mothers and babies, or whether it's helping people learn English for prosperity. 3 reasons in total. Good. Let's add that when you're ready. One more. Want to go global trotting with your work?
Yeah, I want to go places and
Yeah,
work, but at the same time enjoy work
I've
myself.
been coaching and speaking in more than 30 countries, and I can tell you it's great. It's great to go travel to places, make a difference. I presented goal mapping in several African countries. I presented in South America, North America, throughout Europe, and, even in the East. Well done, Cleopatra. Let's add that. Now, I'm not going to ask you to add the pictures again because we're on limited time tonight, but I do want to communicate to everyone how important it is when you're coaching goal mapping. Normally, I'm taking around 1 hour 30 on a coaching session. We're actually doing it quicker here tonight with Cleopatra, and knowing that we've got a lot of other information to share. But about 1 hour 30 is the normal coaching time, helping people to write their goals and then add the pictures. But always you want to just have people add pictures that are fast and easy for the moment, so they stay in the flow. Then afterwards they can review their map and find the pictures that are deeply meaningful and powerful to them. Let's go to the next step when you're ready, Cleopatra. Now, the start date comes automatically today's date when you're creating the map, and we want an achievement date. And the goal mapping system puts in a 3-month date just on the automatic system. But if you click on where it says 18th of January 2023, we can give a specific date. Now, with all of the steps of goal mapping, we're always looking for balance with the right brain and the left brain. And this is also true when calculating a date for achieving the goal. When do you think is a good time period for you to achieve your main goal? All of the goals may have different dates, okay? But you've chosen a main goal. So now choose an achievement date that feels right for you, Cleopatra, on achieving your main goal. When do you think that might be?
This is October 2022. Yes, I'm happy for.
You think it needs to be more than 3 months?
Three months is perfect.
Okay. So let us
We'll see
just
the
click on that. Click on the 18.
Oh, sorry. What am I
Okay.
doing here?
Yeah. So just click on it. It will open. Now click on the 18.
Did
Down
you say?
lower on the screen where it says 18th of January.
Oh, 18th of January. Yes.
Okay. Now let's click on step 6. How? Or next step, either of those. Okay, scroll down a little. Now, I want you to think of 3 things that you can do that's going to help you to achieve your main goal. 3 actions you can take. Where it says action, if you click in there.
I want to remember the goal that I'm working on, the main goal. So if you read it for me.
Okay, so go to the top of the screen, click on step 1.
Oh, yes.
Remind yourself of your main goal.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Now click on step 6. And what will you need to do? What is the first thing you will need to do? This is sometimes it's a repeating action, like learning a course, attending a program over many weeks. Sometimes it's a once-off activity. Booking something, arranging something, going somewhere. Again, always write it as an affirmation, capital letter at the beginning. Again, I'd encourage everybody else be following through with your own map, whether you're an existing coach, inspiring coach. Think about the things that are going to help you move along your path towards the achievement of your goal. Okay, well done, Cleopatra. Click the add action when you're ready. One more thing that you can do that's going to help you move towards the achievement of your goal. And what is WLM?
Oh, okay.
I'm just wondering what it is.
West London Missionaries, because I have an open space there.
Okay, well done. As long as you know what it means,
Yes.
that's the important thing. Okay, we can add that when you're ready.
No, sorry. I'll write it later because I've spelled the wrong word.
It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect for tonight. We're just looking to get the goals down. You can edit them all afterwards if you want to. Let's just add that as an action. And then we want one more Cleopatra. Done. And one more thing you can do. You're going to reach out to your Spanish community, teaching English to adults, WLM. One more thing that you can do that's going to move you, a little action plan towards the achievement of your main goal. Again, just a quick reminder to everyone, it's creating the map that creates the brain cell connections that sends the command to your subconscious. It's not watching Cleopatra do it, it's creating your own map that adds the power. And again, Cleopatra, because of the time this evening, we won't add the pictures, but I will be asking you to add pictures to this so that we can follow through. I can see it afterwards, but for now, you're happy with your 3 actions. I want you to take a quick look and remember them. So we've got reaching out to your Spanish community, teaching English to adults at WLM, and then third one, being paid for your work. When you're ready, I want you to go to next step down the bottom of the screen. This is the last of the 7 steps of goal mapping, which is who. Now, each of the hows that you've written will have a who next to it. So your first how is reaching out to your Spanish community. Who is going to help you? Is it you or is it another person?
Me.
Which way of you, Cleopatra?
Oh.
If you write me, it's not very powerful.
Oh no, sorry.
If you write Cleopatra, it's a little more powerful command. But if you write your way of being passionate, being caring, being focused, being brave, which way of you, if you were that more way a little more each day, is most going to help you take the action of reaching out to your Spanish community in a powerful way and getting a great result? Which way of you? First one that comes to your mind, tell me now.
Cleopatra is telephoning the people.
Cleopatra is
I don't know if I say reaching out to the people.
reaching out is an action. Which emotion, which way of being? Right? Being focused, being motivated, being passionate. Which way of being?
Cleopatra is passionate.
Okay, so rather than Cleopatra is passionate,
I am
you
passionate.
write it as an affirmation. It's I am passionate. Good. I want you to click the add who, and then in a moment, this will appear opposite the action that you've already listed. So click the add who button. Now, do you remember what your second action was?
Yes.
What was your second action?
Or action or
Action. What was the second action you wrote? The first one was reaching out to your Spanish community. What was the second one? Click on step 6. How? Remind yourself. Scroll down. Right? Teaching English to adults. WLF. Go back to the top of the screen. Go up to the top of the screen. Click on step 7. Who? Who is going to help you teach English to the adults of WLF? Which way of you? Is it you or is it someone else? Who is the main person?
I am teaching.
Yeah. Your teaching is the doing.
Oh.
Who is going to help you?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, well done. Let's click the add who. They got one more. Do you remember what your third action was that you identified you needed to take?
7, it was
Click on number 6.
number 6.
being paid for teaching English to adults.
Yes.
Okay, so click on step 7. Who is going to help you to be paid for teaching English to adults? Is it you, or is it someone else that's going to help you? Okay. I want you to scroll to the top of the screen, please, Cleopatra. I want you to click on where it says number 8. And scroll down a little. Now, here's your map. Now, it's mostly in words. So we're only really activating left side of the brain. But we've gone through it quite quickly tonight because our time was limited. And so your homework now, please, Cleopatra, is to turn all of your word statements into pictures. I want you to add one picture for each of the word statements. If you scroll up the screen a little, please, and go up towards the top. So see how much more powerful it is there, where you have the words and pictures together.
Yes.
Now, go up a little higher, and you see we have a blue button that says Share with Teams. Do you see that? Share with Teams.
Share with Teams.
Yeah,
You said blue button?
No, just below where you were.
Oh.
Share. No, up, 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 up. Little more. Stop.
Ah, see.
Share with Teams. Click there. Okay. So if you click on that button,
Oh, I thought I clicked.
yeah, click on the button.
Again?
Yeah,
Double click or single click?
just single click. Okay. So what that does is it shares your map into the one-to-one coaching page that I've set up between me and you, so that I'm able to see your goal map anytime in the future, so that as you make changes to your map, those changes are visible to me and that I can give you feedback and help you to gradually improve the words of your map and the pictures of your map to make it as powerful as possible. If I take away your screen share for a moment, and instead if I share my screen, I'll go to my goal mapping account. I'm on the home page of goal mapping online. I'll just log into my account. Here are all my goal maps. And if I open up one of my maps, this is my higher purpose goal map, you can see words and pictures always. Short statements with the affirmation. Short statements are often much more powerful than long statements. If I scroll down, I can open any of the goals and I can add more detail. You'll notice that with all of my goals, I'm giving a number. Because when you have goals about helping people, I believe it's important to give quantity, to be exact. So how many people do you want to help? How many people do you want to help with birthing mother and baby? Is it 10 people? Is it 100 people? Is it 1,000 people? Because these, some of my goals are quite big goals. Want to help 1,000 people in their Warrior Within journey. Want to help 100,000 people move along their life path over the next year and a half. I have my actions on one side, how I'm going to do it, and on the opposite side, who's going to help. Sometimes the who is more me, sometimes the who is me and my team. Go here in the yellow button. This is the coaching center. And here I have you. I've set up a coaching page ready for you to share the map. And we have one-to-one messaging system between us. So we're able to write private messages. I can say, thank you for volunteering tonight. That message will come through to you in your coaching page. Just go to the top of the screen, click on the orange button, your coaching page will open up. Cleopatra, you'll be able to see the message there. You'll be able to write back to me. This message will also come to you in the form of an email. And I have lots of coaching pages that I've set up with different people that I'm coaching around the world. If you upload your picture, Cleopatra, it will show here like this one with Dave, who's a coach from England, learning goal mapping. And I can see some information about the people I'm coaching, and I can see the goal map when they share it, and like Dave has shared his map here. Any changes Dave makes to his map will automatically update here on the coaching page until Dave decides that he doesn't want to share the map with me anymore. At the end of the coaching, he can take it away, and he can share as many maps with me as he wishes in the coaching page here, the same as the other people that I'm coaching in the system. And it's one of the things that makes goal mapping online so incredibly powerful but also flexible is that you can run either a longer formal coaching session, or you can have a really quick connection where somebody shares their goal map, sends a message in the system saying they've updated their map. As a coach, you're able to go in, check their map, like I can check Dave's map here, and I can use the coaching system just to write in some really quick, simple feedback saying, yes, great map, David, and make this change with the words or this change with the pictures. All of the messages show here in the messaging system, and here you've got a notification showing you when a new message arrives. I want to thank you for being the volunteer tonight, Cleopatra. I know it's always a little bit nerve-wracking doing it in real time while everybody else is watching, and we didn't meet each other before, have any prep, so I think it's really brave of you. Please do follow through, put all the pictures in, Cleopatra. Yes. Send me a message in the system here telling me I'll get a little notification you've updated your map. I'll be able to check it, give you some more feedback. You good with that?
Yes.
Well,
I am 100. I'm 10 out of 10. Okay with that.
The other thing I want you to do, Cleopatra, is to click this orange button where it says Generate Image, so that when you're ready, you don't want to do it yet because you want to add in the pictures to your map. But when you're ready, so you can download your map like this, print it out, and have all of my maps printed out in my folder. Getting Vicky to hand it over. I didn't have it with me. But even though I create all my maps digital, I'm still printing them out, and in fact also printing the to-do list. Because at the gold level of goal mapping online, you can print not only the goal map, you can create action plan and to-do list. See, Michael's got his printed out there on the screen. Well done, mate. Because when you print it out, it's like you're bringing it into the physical. It adds a different level of power. And if I just go back in again, I go here, click on to-do list. Now I can see all of the actions from all of my different maps. But if I want to, I can choose a specific map. I can print it out and plan it in more detail. So if I go here, this is my business goal map. And here I've got the actions for September, October, November. The September actions really are all now completed. And so working on the October and the November actions. But any actions from September not completed, like the Warrior Within page here, I can just move it up into the October actions. I can give specific dates to the actions if I want to. And when the action's completed, I can simply click the box like this one to say that it's done, or simply just delete it out because no longer I need it, like many of the actions here that have been completed just in the last day. I'm going to go back into the PowerPoint presentation just to move through with the information for tonight. Let me take the screen share off, make sure that I've got the video spotlighted for everyone while we just go through the last of the information, bring up my video for everyone. And so let me carry on through and just say that goal mapping, helping so many people in so many ways, and this ancient syntax of success, of turning your statements into affirmations, like you saw me do with Cleopatra there. It's so simple. You just need the three keys: personal, positive, present tense. Always I, unless it's a joint goal like me and Vicky have with our business goal maps, where it's we. Okay? But by saying I or we, you're making it a command to the subconscious mind. And then you want it to be in real time, because the subconscious mind doesn't understand past, present, future. So you always write the goal like it's now. You write it in present tense. And then the other big mistake people make when they're writing affirmations is they often write the thing that they don't want. They say, I don't want to smoke more, or I don't want to be poor, or I don't want to be sad. The subconscious mind doesn't understand don't. If you write a goal like I don't want to be sad, all you get is more sadness. Or I don't want to be poor, I can see Richard shaking his head, you get more poverty. Okay? So you've always got to say it the way you want it. I used to smoke a lot, and years ago I set the goal when I first got into personal development, I don't want to smoke more. And remember, the subconscious doesn't understand don't. All I got was smoke more. 2 weeks later, I was smoking more than ever. Got to think about the positive you want. I am free was the positive for me. I'm free of a habit. And in fact, there's a lot of addiction therapists, people working, helping people with recovery from drug addiction, alcohol addiction, that use goal mapping. And again, they are using this principle of writing the affirmation. I am free. I am more than the habit. Turn your statements into affirmations, and turn your affirmations into visualizations, because it pictures that command your subconscious. The subconscious is the powerhouse. It's your autopilot. It's your magical genie, but it's responding more to pictures than to words. The words have limited impact. Pictures have much greater impact. And of course, together, your words and your pictures, affirmation and visualization help with manifestation, turning your thoughts into reality. And I'm creating my own goal maps all the time. In fact, I'm creating more goal maps now than I ever have in the 27 years history of goal mapping, because it's never been easier. And I used to believe that drawing the pictures was so important, but I've realized, not just through my own experience and now coaching thousands of other people, but I've become friends with a couple of neuroscientists here in England working in university. And they've helped me to understand how a selfie photo stimulates more brain cell activity than any drawing you can do, which is why here in my action map, I've got a selfie photo of me coming out of the sea, cold water swimming here on the Isle of Wight, because it's such an ingrained image, this picture of myself, in my own subconscious mind, that by having selfies in your map adds enormous power to your goal mapping. If you have children, teach it to your children. If you don't have children, consider teaching it to other children. I see we had, I don't know if he's still on the screen or not. Let me see if I can just change into gallery view, but I saw that we had Felix on the call earlier, so he's still here. Felix doing fantastic work in Nigeria, teaching goal mapping to children, and soon off to Japan to make a presentation in Japan to children as well. The work that you've been doing, Felix, I think just absolutely inspiring, helping so many people, young people, to improve their lives, both in your own country in Nigeria, as well as I know in Kenya and other places, as well as children, of course, benefiting from goal mapping, business people using goal mapping, here Microsoft, but so many big companies like Coca-Cola using goal mapping with their employees. Creating the map is just the beginning of creating the power. What's really important is you follow through. Use your map every day. Print it out so you're bringing it into the physical. Put it up somewhere where you're going to see it. Give your signature, because that's like giving your commitment. See it and say it once each day. Early in the morning is best, because that's when you have the most impact on your subconscious mind. 100 times greater impact in the first hour of the day than at midday. Anything you say early in the morning has a tremendous impact on your subconscious mind. See it, say it, live it, and of course, like I've been saying to you tonight, update it. When you update your map, you're keeping it alive. Sometimes the update, just a little small connection, but it's updating your map that helps form the stimulation that creates the brain cell connection. If you will look at your map, and as you look at the pictures, say the words, do it for 30 days, Cleopatra, it forms those strong connections that become beliefs, powerful commands for your subconscious mind. Now, every month we're running one of these free master classes. In fact, we're going to run the Coach Master Class several times over the next coming months, because we have a growing number of people from different countries, as far away as America and South America. And so we're going to run regular coaching workshops, as well as workshops on all the other important life areas. So we'll be running more master classes on creating a goal map for authentic happiness, for lifting self-esteem, for increasing well-being. We'll be running goal maps for increasing financial freedom, harmonious relationships, and finding a sense of purpose. Also, each month, we are running a 3-hour daytime Golden Opportunity Workshop. And in the Golden Opportunity Workshops, we're not focused on how to create a map. We're focused on the fundamental principles, like the principle of how you develop greater winning attitudes, shown here in this model of the bicycle of ability. If you imagine that each of us are like a bicycle mentally and emotionally, and the back wheel of our bicycle is our technical knowledge and skills that we learn in school, and the front wheel of the bicycle, because we can steer, represents social skills and people skills. It is us who pedals the bicycle every day. And what determines how well we pedal the bicycle in life is our levels of drive or self-motivation, positive attitude and confidence. We call it the DAC factor. What helps us to maintain our balance in life is having a sense of direction, goal and purpose. If you imagine mentally and emotionally that you are like a bicycle, you need the momentum, the movement to help you to have a balance and equilibrium. Look around in life at the people that are not going anywhere and the people that start to become unstable. We need to move towards something. We need something inspiring in our day, in our lives, to help us to stay balanced. Otherwise, just the slightest pebble or rock of difficulty in the day is enough to unbalance us and send us crashing down in some way. And so if you want to join the daytime Golden Opportunity Workshops, where I'll be explaining the coaching guide of these 7 principles, going into the deeper content of goal mapping, it will be wonderful if you wish to join. If you're not already a gold member, it's really simple. You can just click on the upgrade button in the purple header, and that upgrade button will allow you to upgrade just for 1 month if you wish, $9.99, or to take a year's subscription at gold, a saving of almost £30 from the monthly charge, and to receive all of the benefits of being able to attend the Gold Lounge, all of the Gold workshops. You'll have a ticket to attend each of the Gold workshops each month, plus be able to access all of the recordings from the previous months and the other information in the Gold Lounge. If you are interested to be a goal mapping coach, facilitator, or practitioner, 3 levels of certification. Many of the people here tonight, Stefan, David, Richard, already certified in goal mapping, and the certification covers you to teach goal mapping in any of the major areas. Whether you want to work with business, public, or education, each of the programs entitles you to do so. Goal mapping coach is focused on working one-to-one and using the online platform, as you've seen me doing with Cleopatra tonight. Goal mapping facilitator is to run half-day workshops in business, school, or public. Goal mapping practitioner is to run large workshops, conferences, and the whole day program. Anthony Robbins given a great endorsement of goal mapping here, saying it's a world-class blueprint for success, not just goals, but sustainable success, helping people in different areas of life. And my intention with goal mapping has always been to support people not only in receiving the training, how to teach or coach goal mapping, but to have the support materials to do so. So it's an international license for education, business, or public, but of course now full resource center. So here in the online system, we have a special teams coaching area where you have all the resources you need to run your goal mapping business. Logos, flyers, testimonials, banners, artwork, And of course, with each of the coaching sessions, all of the video from the coaching sessions, so you can come back and review at any time. And you can return to any of the coaching you wish to, because once you're enrolled in the program, the learning is ongoing. We have goal mapping coaches who completed their certification years ago, but are still attending the goal mapping group coaching sessions we run on 2 weekly basis, simply because they enjoy being part of the community, or they want to drop into the coach training and see what's new. You learn to coach goal mapping online or on paper. So each person that enrolls in the coaching program gets their own coaching center, where they can create as many coaching pages they want with their students, coach people around the world. I like the one I showed you here with David here in England. But you can also coach on paper. You can download, print out the paper template. So if you want to sit down together with someone in the same room, do the goal map on paper, you can do so. It's a truly universal system in that way. It's a system for your own self-development as well as business development, because the coach training involves you creating your own goal maps. You will be coached to create 7 goal maps for the important 7 life areas, plus another goal map to help you run your coaching business, plus a life map. So 7 goal maps for the life areas. So you connect up whole brain activation, plus another goal map for running your goal mapping business, plus a life map focused on helping you to be your best. This is an authentic coach training system where you get coached to create your own maps so that you have that practical experience and knowledge and foundation in how to coach others. You will create your life map in the process, as well as covering how to use all the downloads and manuals. And of course, you have marketing support. So marketing materials, as well as using the affiliate center, where you can invite people into goal mapping online, join the system for free, they choose to upgrade, and you receive a benefit. You also get your own coach profile. You can see Stefan's on the call here tonight. This is a list of the coach registry. There are several hundred coaches in the registry. Click on any of the coach profiles and it opens up. You can see Stefan's coach profile here with this lovely full moon image. And your coach profile is open to the internet, which means that you can use your coach profile as your own little micro website, your own coaching page that you can use for marketing where people can see you. See, as Stefan saying, copied this out earlier, Stefan, when I started goal mapping certification, I felt really stuck and was amazed by the power of goal mapping platform to deliver the coach over the internet. It's enabled me to extend beyond Sweden and help people all over the world without the expense of travels and hotels if I wish. It works for both me and my clients, and the power of goal mapping is unique combination of left and right brain. I really recommend it for any existing coach wanting to upskill or new coach person considering to become a coach. With the affiliate center, you're able to invite people in and share your personal link so you can track your students. It's a simple 7-week learning journey. Now, if you want to, you can take it over a longer period of time of 7 months, or if you want to fast track, you could do it in just 7 days. Within the coaching sessions, there are 4 group sessions led by me. You can either watch the recordings or attend the live sessions. Remember, we run them every 2 weeks on a Thursday evening. There are also 3 individual sessions with a coach of your choice. So you choose from the coach registry a one-to-one coach. Me and Vicky will suggest coaches that we believe are great for you. Your one-to-one coach is there not only to help you learn how to use the goal mapping platform, the technology or the paper templates, the process of goal mapping, but also for you to question that coach in how they built their coaching business. And we have a 50-day challenge, 7-part process where week by week, step by step, you can follow through, stay on track, create your goal maps, fill in your profile, and within just a few weeks, start coaching your first clients. You get lifetime membership of the Lift Academy. That's the family of coaches that are all here connecting from around the world, different walks of life, different paths. And the youngest coach, just 14 years old, and the oldest coach in her 80s. And of course, all the coaches choosing the path, the people that they feel most passionate and want to help, just like you identifying the people that you wanted to help tonight, Cleopatra. What really gladdens my heart is the way that all of the coaches support each other. Many of them, of course, choosing to work together, like Katrina and Jill here, coaching in business and networking with goal mapping here in the UK. It's a full money back guarantee if you're not completely happy with the program. Never actually had anybody ask for their money back in all the years because they've been unhappy with the program. And there is absolutely nothing to pay off. There is no license renewal. There is no percentage of the money. It's a one-off payment for the training, and then you get lifetime use of the platform. In fact, we've had some coaches sign up to the coaching program simply because they've got the gold level use of the program for the rest of their life, and they see that as a great deal rather than paying £90 each year for gold use of the program. It really is a life skills toolbox. There are so many aspects we haven't even looked at tonight, such as the life balance check that you can run with your clients, 7 empowering questions to help your clients find their life purpose. Whatever type of coach you may be or aspire to be for your future, whatever your niche market or passion, it's an absolutely fundamental requirement that you help your clients achieve their goals. And whether you're a business coach, education coach, health and well-being coach, sports coach, whatever coach you are, it's a fundamental that people want you to help them achieve their goals. Goal mapping is the most powerful tool you can have in your toolbox when it comes to goal achievement. And of course, what most coaches and trainers are doing is combining goal mapping with something else they want to teach, something they're passionate about. Like Siv Tube here from Norway, who's combined goal mapping with her executive leadership coaching and mental training. It was the ideal tool for her, and she became goal mapping coach in 2019. Or Louise Barnacle here, that first saw goal mapping as you did, Cleopatra, part of the Forever Network. And she started using goal mapping within a short time, I think just 8 months. And she'd achieved so many of her goals. She saw how it empowered her team, so she became a goal mapping coach. And it's really helped her to change her life. She's relocated, now lives in the Canary Islands, where she does her coaching, reaching out to people around the world. Now, I've been working with some of the top coaches and trainers, people like Tony Robbins, Brendan Bashar for so many years. And if you look at their coaching programs, you will see they're in the region of £3,000 to £5,000 minimum. Goal mapping coach program is just £1,495. And I have had a lot of people over the years ask me why it's this low figure. And the reason is simple. We want to help as many people as possible. I am still as passionate today about helping people as I was when I started my coaching career 27 years ago, because somebody helped me. And of course, that one price of £1,495 gives you the training, the certification, and the resources to work in any of those three key areas, or any other areas I may have missed. And you get all of the support materials such as the family goal mapping and youth coaching program. Emily from Italy has made a fantastic reputation for herself in Italy. In fact, her work of coaching students and businesses has often had her in the news in Italy, here coaching teenagers, being noticed and respected in one of the Italian national newspapers. John Alexander up in Scotland, helping to coach teenagers into apprenticeship. And Felix, who was on the call earlier with his work in Nigeria, and here Felix sharing one of his drawn goal maps. Also, of course, he has many online goal maps. As part of the coach certification, you receive all of the youth coach program. That's video of me coaching my own daughter, parents and coaches workbook, the audio book of Sound the Magic Genie, and all the extra support material. Coach program for youth on its own, normally £359, but included in the program. In addition, each coach that joins the program, we are giving them 10 gold upgrade codes and 15 silver codes, so that when you're coaching your clients, if you want to add extra value, you can give them a year's gold code, value of £90 per code, or a silver code, £42 per code. Or if you want to, you can resell the codes, or you can just give them as a gift. But what most coaches are doing is they are adding the code to their coaching to enrich the value of their coaching and help them, of course, to ask a higher price for their service. So 10 gold codes and 15 silver codes will come to a total price of £1,530. But again, it's all included within the coach training. Also included is life mapping. When you're coaching someone in goal mapping, you might want to also run an extra session of life mapping. In fact, many therapists that have goal mapping certification believe that actually life mapping is even more powerful when they're wanting to help somebody with self-esteem or mental well-being issues. Creating a life map is so simple. In fact, my life map sits right here at the front of my folder. Before my goal maps, which come afterwards, my life map right here at the front of my folder, because the life map goes to the heart of what I believe is most important, which is me being my best. And in the Monday Golden Opportunity Workshop, going through a demonstration of how you coach life mapping. A normal price for certification in life mapping, £600. Again, all included in this one special package. Risha's been in contact recently because she's been running goal mapping sessions on Clubhouse. Myself and Vicky have been supporting her, and here in a testimonial saying that when she became goal mapping certified in 2015, completely changed her life. now working online with goal mapping, giving her the ability to reach out around the world. And here she's sharing her life map about being her best. Frances Holton took her goal mapping certification way back in 2007, lives in Ireland, has done some absolutely amazing work, helping people in so many different areas of life with goal mapping. And Frances really appreciating the ability to use the online program. She said not only was goal mapping helping her to help other lives, but by learning the online, she was able to stop traveling, which Frances wanted to do to help her with her health and well-being because she was traveling so much. And as part of the coach training, she got to use the goal mapping platform, which she regards as world class. Of course, not least to be part of the community. I'm very proud to say it is a genuinely heart-centered community. People looking to make a difference around the world. The goal mapping certification, then, including all of the different benefits and resources, the gold codes, full pack of materials, and now the online marketing system. Normal price will be £3,986, nearly £4,000 in total, but all of it just one price, £1,495. In euro, I had to check it earlier because the prices keep changing with the exchange rate. Don't know what it is in dollars, not as much as it used to be for sure. 1,731 euros. And for anyone that wishes to, we do have a special payment plan. So for just a little more money, you can spread the payments over 3 months if you wish to, if that makes it easier for you to engage in the program. And again, that's covering all of the different certifications, goal mapping, youth, goal mapping adult, and life mapping. 3 payments over 3 months, just £550 each. Here is the link to take you to the information page. Vicky's also posting it in the chat. If you have questions you want to ask, then please do either write them in the chat now, or let me and Vicky know. We'll be very happy to arrange a call if you would like to follow through and know how you can personalize the program to help you to fit it in with your coaching and support your clients. And we have also some physical training workshops coming at the start of next year. And if you want to attend any of the physical programs, then you'll be more than welcome to join. We have special discounted prices for all the people that are certified in the program that will help people stay together as a community. My recommendation to you, whether you are a new person starting out coaching, or experienced person with coaching, or already certified in goal mapping, create your goal map for what you want to achieve for the future. Create your goal map, because in creating your map, you're sending that command to your subconscious. That's why I have my map. And if you will share your map with me or Vicky, we'll be happy to give you feedback, help you to strengthen your map, make it powerful so that you can follow through and help others. If you want to book a call, just email vicky@goalmapping.com. Let us know. We'll be in touch. There'll be a one-to-one call with either me or Vicky, so you can talk through how the program can work for you. Or if you want to go ahead and book the program, all of the information will be sent out to you immediately, and you'll be upgraded in the system. goal mapping coach immediately. You'll have access to all the training centers immediately. And we will be running the next goal mapping group coaching, not this Thursday, but the Thursday after. So you start your coach training also immediately with a personal one-to-one session, and then into the group coach sessions. Myself and Vicky and some of the other coaches will guide you step by step through the process. Within just a matter of weeks, you can be coaching your very first clients. Thank you for joining this evening. It's been a real pleasure to see so many of you. And, new faces, as well as those people that I already know and love for teaching goal mapping. But together, it's really creating a difference in a lot of people's lives. Whether or not you choose to become certified and coach others, coach yourself. Follow through the information we've shared this evening. Create your own goal map. We'll give you feedback for free. Want you to use the system to gain every bit of value you can from it. We ask nothing for that. I've been making the core information of goal mapping free since the very beginning when I started teaching it back in 1995. That will never change. It will always be free for people that want to try it and use it. And for those people who want to teach it to others, it's the greatest gift you can give. It will be my pleasure to give my time to you to help you learn how you can give this gift to others, and of course be rewarded yourself in the process by earning a living while making a difference. I wish you all very well. I'm going to send you all lots of love. It's a pleasure to be with you. Take care. All the best.